Greetings, lords and ladies, Kaiser here, and welcome to another episode of our Mountain Blade Gekokujo Daimyo Edition Let's Play. Now, when last we left off, we had taken Naiki Castle from the Saito clan. The battle in Naiki Castle was pretty big, but I believe that the battle versus Lord Fuha, somewhere around here, not sure where the tracks went, but somewhere around there, was even greater. Even though I suppose we did get knocked out in Naiki Castle. Speaking of which, we didn't lose any more attributes, did we? I don't think we did. I'm pretty sure that our attributes were already just as shit as this. Sorry, just as bad as this. Whoops. Since the very beginning. Now, we are going to be besieging Uho. And waiting for our good friend, Lord Iwaki, to come and help. Now, I'll probably wait for 2 days, not just one, to make sure that our wounds have the time to heal. The Saito clan offers you a peace agreement. What is your answer? Now, here's the thing. I have you on the ropes right now. I just defeated what was most likely your greatest lord, your strongest lord with the biggest army. We've taken so many castles that most of your lords probably don't have anywhere else to recruit. You are currently at war with the Amako and I believe with the Ashikaga as well, meaning that you won't really be able to put up any more, or rather much of a fight anymore. And I am eyeing up Uho, which is right now not even that heavily defended. Even if I had to take Uho myself without Lord Iwaki, I'm pretty sure that we could take it, though granted with some losses. Nope. We're ejecting. I want this war. Now, question is, do we wait for one more day? We'll wait for one more day. Let's see if Lord Iwaki stays with us. The moment he starts moving away, we will be attacking, because I'm not sure if he has enough... I mean, I'm kind of hoping that he came here with enough provisions and whatnot. So far, so good. It is midnight. Come on, early morning. Dawn. Early morning. Let's wait for morning. What's the new Wasugi Lord doing here? And it is morning. Is it? Early morning. Morning! There we go. Lead our soldiers in the assault. Yeah. Shimazu clan have taken... Oh. Oh. This saddens me deeply. Because if you guys remember, this is the cursed layout, the cursed map, where it's simply impossible. Essentially, impossible to win. I mean, I'm gonna try. We do have an elite force, that's true, so maybe with a force like this, we might have a little bit of a chance. I mean, you can already see that our gunners have so much less effectiveness because of those invisible walls in between the wall and the roof. I'll be completely honest, if this battle turns sour, or not turns sour, but if I see the same things happening again as they were happening in the previous 2 times, which is likely, it is very, very likely, I'm just gonna have to cheat again. I'm sorry, but that's just what's gonna have to happen. Okay, go skirmishers. See, you're not gonna tell me that I can't shoot them. Look at our units. They're trying to shoot these guys, but they can't. they have 300 defenders in there. Come on. Ouch. Yeah, no. If I fall, it's pretty much over. Alright. 12 more. Let's gather up some arrows. Stop. Nice. 41 dead on their side. Alright. So we definitely didn't have this amount of gunners last time we tried this, so I guess if you have literally an elite force of gunners only, you might have a chance. Then again, maybe not, because our gunners are completely unable to shoot those guys up there. I swear to you, if I could actually look at the map right now, there would be so many bullets and arrows in the middle of the air right there. It's ridiculous. Wait, he actually got through? Bad call. Alright, now all that's left for us to do is tell our guys to try and get through, I guess. Because we're out of ammo. So let's see what happens now. Please don't get stuck down there. What hit me? What? Alright, let's see how they do. Let's see. Plenty of arrows there. Yeah, see, what did I say? Bunch of arrows everywhere except in their faces. What are you waiting for? Just to get shot by those guys? Move! Move your butt. Alright. What's the situation? 81 dead on the enemy side. Which means they still have roughly 250 units. Yeah, and now that I'm not here to command our units anymore, this will just keep repeating itself. Like, our units are gonna try and get through the rampart, get shot down by those guys. Meanwhile, get speared. Alright, let's see if these guys are actually smarter than the troops that we had last time, and actually try and hit this door. Alright, keep hitting it, keep hitting it. They're actually hitting it. Somebody kill this guy. I'm sorry, I know I'm not saying, I'm not doing much historical commentary right now, but that's because, oh hey, they actually got through. Meanwhile, those guys got stuck. Oh, this guy did. And the thing is, they'll never be able to get through this gate, which means they'll never be able to get rid of these guys, who apparently keep having ammunition no matter what, even though we ran out of ammunition almost immediately when we placed our archers over there. Or did I just command our units to attack too soon? I'm not sure. But yeah, their units don't run out of ammunition. That's a little bit BS here as well. And of course our units are completely out in the open in this whole area. I mean, don't get me wrong, the layout, as far as defenses go, this layout makes so much sense. Like, you have a literal kill box right there. But gameplay-wise, for this map, or rather for this game, it is BS, especially with the AI intelligence. So yeah, we're taking so many losses. And by losses, I mean wounded units, of course. There. Oh hey, there's a guy that actually tried to get rid of the archers over here, but didn't manage to get rid of all of them. Only got rid of, what, 2, 3, 4? 3 of them? Oh, here's the wall of spears again. You know, for elitely trained units, our units are not making much headway here. Alright, but I might as well at least tell you a little bit more of the history. Maybe, just maybe, our units might actually get through this. Perhaps we trained them well enough. Oh, at any rate, guys, yeah, after the war... so after the Genpei War, Yoritomo was granted the title of Seitai Shogun. Now, the title of Seitai Shogun essentially meant, at least through history, or rather in past history, it meant the general that defeated barbarians. Basically anybody that went to the north or the south or anywhere that the Japanese Imperial Army had not controlled yet, those guys got the title Seitai Shogun. And when he did that, or rather when Yoritomo gained that title, he moved his... Can you kill this guy? He's alone! Good God! Alright. So our guys actually managed to make a breakthrough over here. Interesting. They still have more than half of their defenders, though. And I'm pretty sure that if this battle ends inconclusively, aka if we run out of waves of units to send at the enemy, Lord Iwaki will just leave our side. He's gonna go home to reinforce and resupply. But yeah, he pulled back to Kamakura and opened, or rather started his court there. And thus the Kamakura Bakufu, which is another word for shogunate. Essentially, Bakufu means military government. There you go. So if you read Bakufu anywhere, that it essentially means military government. Now, tell me this. Would you believe me if I told you that the Kamakura, or rather the Minamoto government, only ruled for roughly 30 years? See, this is exactly what happened last time too. Our guys just tried to breach this place instead of first cleaning up these guys, who, by the way, still haven't ran out of ammunition. One of our gunners is still valiantly fighting and fell. Wait, did one of them actually fall? Did one of them actually die? One of them died. Amazing. Can you tell how tilted I am by this map? But yeah, You might be wondering what I'm talking about when I say that the Minamoto only ruled for 30 years. Now here's the thing. After Yoritomo died, Hojo Tokimasa, the clan chief of Yoritomo's widow, the widow's name was Hojo Masako, who was also known as a... No, I can't really say that she was known as a samurai woman or anything like that. No, she was just the female ruler back then, considering how much influence she actually had. But yeah, Hojo Masako, or rather Hojo Tokimasa, who was also the former guardian of Yoritomo, claimed the title of what was the title called? I forgot. They had a completely different title. It still meant regent, but it was read in a different way. Seishiki, I think, or something like that. At any rate, yeah, he claimed the title of regent to Minamoto no Yorie, who was Minamoto Yoritomo's son. Now, he made this title of Shiken, there we go, I have that written there, aka regent, actually hereditary for the Hojo family. Can somebody please come over here and kill off these guys that are still shooting you in the backs? No? Okay. So yeah, the Hojo clan gained control over the government by always being regents. Now, Hojo Tokimasa actually deposed of Yorie and backed his younger brother Minamoto no Sanetomo. And Sanetomo was later assassinated by his own nephew. And with that, the actual Minamoto line pretty much ended. As Sanetomo died childless. Now, the Hojo couldn't really select a new shogun from their own clan, or rather their own line, so Hojo Masako and the rest of her clan kept selecting members from either the Fujiwara or the Imperial line in order to keep the line pure and give the rule legitimacy. So yeah, basically you had three actual Minamoto shoguns during the Kamakura shogunate, which ruled for a whopping 30 years. Look. See, this happened last time too. The troops just stop here. If there's not an enemy on the other side, they will not hit the gate, and thus they will not break through and just keep getting shot at by the defenders on this wall. I'm just kind of hoping that our units are actually strong enough to keep pushing through. But yeah, after that there were a few Fujiwara shoguns at the head of the shogunate, and after that a few of the actual imperial princes were also given the title of shogun as well. And like this, the title of shogun was exactly that. Just a title. While the actual power lied with the Hojo regent. And you know what the irony in all of this is? The Minamoto, after so long, finally ousted their rivals, the Taira clan. They finally gained power. And they created the first shogunate to rule Japan. They lost power after barely 30 years later to the Hojo clan. Now here's the kicker. What was the Hojo clan? The Hojo clan was essentially just a side branch of the Taira clan. So yeah, pretty fun. And would you look at what happened? We ran out of waves of units to throw at them. Even though we still have about 120 of our own units, and I'm pretty sure that Lord Iwaki also has about another 50 units or so. We managed to kill off 279. But yeah, you can now see why I say that this map is cursed. Oh, there you go, they finally started hitting the gates now that there's an enemy on the other side. I decided to actually let this battle play through. For one thing, so that I can just tell you the history. For another thing, so that you guys see firsthand what this map is all about and why exactly I decided to quote-unquote cheat in the last 2 or I think even 3 cities that were built like this. And by the way, these guys still have not ran out of ammunition. They're still firing full force at our guys. There we go! He managed to break through and dies immediately. So how many units did you have left? Exactly that, I think. They had like, what, 338 units or something like that, right? So if we kill 280, yeah, that's pretty much all the units that they have left. So after another battle like that, we will get through, but look at that. We lost 20 of our gunners, 13 of our Hatamoto cavalry. The guards, alright, they didn't take that much of a beating, but the gunners, that's what hurts me the most. The body bearers, 8 of our elite Onabushis are dead. And our ally lost pretty much his entire army. I mean, not lost it, but like, he's out of units for the next war, or rather battle. So we can still batter down the gates, just do it. Lord Iwaki's probably gonna leave us now. Yep, there he goes. He does have 136 units still available, but most of those units are right now injured, wounded, sorry. And he's probably gonna get chased. No, come on, don't get chased down. He got chased down, didn't he? Yeah, he got chased down by Lord Suzuki. But we're gonna go and help him. It's late night right now, and I'm kind of hoping... Do we think that he's gonna survive long enough for us to jump in? Because I don't want to make it a night battle. No matter what. I seriously still don't want to make it a night battle. Then again, I guess we have no other choice. Otherwise, Lord Iwaki will be defeated right here and right now. Alright, fine, we'll go in. Roar! Rush to the aid of Lord Iwaki, of course. Take the field immediately. I'm very sorry for the bad lighting. As always, I will do a little bit of editing to make sure that the lighting is a little bit better. You have one cavalry unit, which is you, General Suzuki. Got him once. Got him twice and knocked him out. There we go, excellent. Alright, so it would be great if our gunners actually did manage to at least hit a few of them. Come on, if you make a volley, chances are you're gonna hit something. Just shoot in the general direction of the enemy. But yeah, as I was saying, the Hojo clan had all of the power in Japan. And this situation, like, you would think that this government, considering the fact that there was no clear leader, or rather no clear clan that was giving the quote-unquote hereditary title of shogun. And so far so good, actually. Our skirmishers are doing a good job. You would think that this would be a very unstable government, but no. This situation actually continued for about 150 years, so they must have done something right. We're out of ammo. When I heard that sound of the guy getting shot, I thought I was the one that got shot. The Hojo ruled supreme for pretty much 150 years. Until in 1221, actually, Emperor Go-Toba attempted to regain power in what was known as the Jokyu War. Now, we won't really go into the details because the Jokyu War failed, and the Hojo continued to rule for about 100 years longer. And the next emperor to attempt any sort of retaliation and attempt to retake power was Emperor Go-Daigo. This one, on the other hand, succeeded. Because you see, I know I said that the government was relatively stable, but it was relatively stable for the first 100 or so years. Afterwards, the last few decades were very, very turbulent for them, as is usual before the fall of a major power. Now, what were the causes for the Kamakura shogunate to fall so far down? Turned up just in time. I did indeed. You should have just stuck with me, man. Should not have escaped, or rather not escaped, but ran away. Now, I'm just a little bit worried that due to the fact that we stopped sieging Uho, that a random lord is just gonna spawn in there, or perhaps even multiple lords. Let's just get there very, very quickly. Let's get back there. Hoshi is ready to advance. There we go. Still only 52 defenders. Excellent. Excellent. Lord Iwaki, I would appreciate if you stopped circling around the Saito lands, traveling to Takatenjin Castle. Oh, you're trying to get to that bridge for whatever reason instead of going on to this one, which is closer. See what I'm talking about when I say AI intelligence? Hoshi ready to upgrade. I'm crying. Let's see. Intelligence for sure, and URR. Pathfinder and Tracker. There we go. Some additional speed and information for our party. Let's give you those 2 points. There we go. Never mind the rest. Our units, they're not all back to 100%. They're not all capable of fighting just yet. But as you can see, we actually lost... In this whole campaign so far, we've lost about 60 units. Which is a lot. Which is a lot. But nowhere near what the enemy's losing. So... we're still winning. Yay. But yeah, as I was saying, what do you guys think was the cause of all of this? Please don't chase down Lord Iwaki. Please tell me that Lord Iwaki actually managed to get away. It's afternoon, actually, so let's just go. Let's just go. Let's take down these 52 units. And for God's sakes, can you stop burning the buildings? This town is supposed to become ours. Good God. Alright. Everyone just, I guess, let's command everybody to go there. I do need a wall in front of me. I do still need to command these guys, not die trying to command them. Let's go. But yeah, there were many causes for the eventual downfall for the Hojo, of course, but most of them can be traced, or rather can be connected to the emergence of yet another great power. This time across the sea. This power being led by the legendary Kublai Khan. That is right, the Mongols tried to invade Japan twice in the span of about 10 years. Wait, yeah, in less than 10 years. Why aren't you guys shooting? Please. See, they're not even trying to shoot those guys. The first Mongol... Oh, hey! One of my arrows actually got through. Alright, so that's a weak spot right there. Excellent. Let's try and get a few more of them. Yeah, I think we lost the sweet spot. We didn't. We found it. We found the sweet spot yet again. Come on. The first invasion was in 1274. You see, Kublai Khan, just like his grandfather before him, Genghis Khan, first sent an emissary to Japan. For those of you that don't know, Genghis Khan was essentially, not essentially, but Genghis Khan always first sent an emissary to a nation, offering them to surrender immediately. Well, not even to a nation, like, he also sent emissaries to, like, cities and governors and everything separately, to basically choose whether give up, stay in power, but just have a Mongol as your suzerain, or you get killed. Those were the two choices that... Let's keep the gunners over here. Those were the two choices that every single Mongol enemy was given. No, come on, hey. Only the archers stay there. Everybody else, go through. And Kublai Khan continued this and sent the offer to Japan. However, you can imagine that the Hojo regime said no. And in response to this, Kublai Khan sent roughly 40,000 combined Mongol and Korean conscripts. Fine, I'll try and destroy the gate if you want. So they're just standing in front of me. Ouch. Can you guys at least try and shoot the people that are trying to shoot me while I'm trying to get us through? I swear to God, how am I still taking damage? Come on. Destroy it. There we go. Finally. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. 8 more defenders. If we can kill these guys, now then I am ashamed to call myself Shogun. But yeah, 40,000 troops landed in Japan. Now, granted, due to the fact that Japan was in relatively good standing with Korea, due to the fact that they did have an alliance with the Shilla Kingdom in Korea before the Shilla, of course, fell to the combined force of the Chinese, Mongols, and the other Korean kingdoms. Hey, we won! We actually won, and I didn't have to cheat. Yay, I just had to lose a third of my army. Alright, but at least this way I can say that I earned the town, right? Agreed? Agreed. Okay, thank you. But while the first landings were successful, of course, the Japanese defenders didn't retreat. Now, the Japanese, if I'm not mistaken, actually outnumbered the Mongol slash Korean army. I'm just gonna finish this sentence while I do this, but then end the episode right there. The Japanese did not retreat, and with an impending storm, the Korean admirals, because you have to remember the Mongols were steppe people, and so we're not used to any sort of shipbuilding, any sort of movements through the sea or anything like that. So the Korean admirals actually suggested that the armies re-embark onto the ships and move away from the shore so as to decrease the damage that their navy would have taken. Of course, it's logical. I mean, you would think that going into the middle of the sea as a storm is coming in is a bad idea, but honestly, it's a very much worse idea to be next to cliffs and next to a beach where your ships can just be wrecked against which your ships can be wrecked. There we go, English grammar. We know it. But even though they did exactly that, no, I don't want to Ronin. Even though they did exactly that, the powerful typhoon still destroyed basically a third of the combined Mongol-Korean army. What remained of it retreated back to mainland China, of course, to the court of Kublai, and prepared for another invasion, which happened 7 years later in 1281. Now, this time the Japanese knew, or rather not knew, but they were expecting another attack, and thus, really, and I only get a rusty wakizashi out of all of that. And they took their time creating defenses. So walls were built. I mean, they were building walls before Trump even made them mainstream. They built defensive posts. They made a ledger and like a list of garrisons for units to constantly be vigil, etc., etc., etc. Like they took quite a lot of precautions for the next impending attack from the Mongolians. However, you can imagine that all of this had a added a very, very big strain to both the military capabilities as well as the financial capabilities of the court. Sorry about that. All that talking actually got my throat very, very dry. But I did want to end this episode properly. So, yeah, we're gonna continue on that note in the next episode. So, with the second Mongol invasion, what exactly happened there and how exactly did the Kamakura shogunate lose their power, lose their strength, and eventually get destroyed? At any rate, guys, thank you very much for joining me. I have been Kaiser. I will see you guys next time, and until then, as always, if you enjoy what I do, please do consider leaving a like, subscribe if you haven't yet, and share these videos around. It helps a whole lot. As always, thank you very much. I will see you next time, and until then, ad gloriam.